All right, you guys. So a lot of people, have to deal with, we all deal with various health problems. But one of the things right now that people are trying to cope with is depression. It can really stifle us in our everyday lifestyle, what we try to do, what we try to accomplish. It can be downright debilitating. So I wanted to make sure that I brought out today some ways that we can, help ourselves out, help remedy this problem, depression. I'm trying to think, do I want to give you guys my experience first, or do I want to start? Maybe I'll just start with my little, the information that I put together first. But so hi, welcome. So I want to show everybody how your brain works. So to do that, I'm going to do a little experiment. So I'm going to say something after I ask you to close your eyes and listen carefully. So those of you who are just joining us, we're going to do a little experiment. You're going to close your eyes and listen carefully. I'm going to say something, and then you're going to open your eyes, and you guys let us know what it is you saw when you had your eyes closed. Okay, so everybody go ahead and close your eyes. Milk. Milk. Okay, so go ahead and open your eyes. What did you see?
The Chick-fil-A cow.
I saw a baby.
Okay. I saw spilled milk.
I just saw the color white.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I didn't see anything.
No, you didn't see
Nothing.
nothing when I said milk? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to make note of that. Okay.
Only thing I thought about was the milkman.
I love how everybody got different answers.
Chicken noodle soup.
Oh my God.
That's why.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna have to go with vomit. Sorry.
Really? Really?
I'm gonna have to go with vomit.
Okay.
The color white.
White. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. The color white.
A milkshake.
A milkshake. Okay.
I would think a milkshake.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, everybody saw something in a picture. Not one person said the letters M, I, L, and K. So what does that tell you about our brains? We think in illustrations, and we learn best in illustrations. So this whole thing with depression, it's easier to understand when we can picture what is literally going on inside of our bodies. Because otherwise, people think that depression is what? Like a mental thing, right? A lot of people don't think of certain illnesses that we deal with as something that is, well, especially mental illness. They don't compare it to something a little bit more physical. But when it comes to something mental, people try to say that it's not real. And so that's one of the things that makes it feel kind of, that makes you feel weird when you are dealing with a mental illness. But it is very real. And that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. I want you guys to understand that you are not, alone. You're not imagining something. And a lot of people even hate the word crazy. You're not crazy. that word is offensive to people who are dealing with mental illnesses, but they are very real. And I have put up a couple of videos on my Facebook because I just wanted people to, you know, see how real things are internally.
What I am going to show you are the astonishing molecular machines that create the living fabric of your body. Now, what we're going to focus on is this red region. It is made up of about 200 different types of proteins, thousands of proteins in total. It is a signal broadcasting system. It broadcasts through chemical signals, telling the rest of the cell when it's ready, when it feels that everything is aligned and ready to go for the separation of the chromosomes. It is able to couple onto the growing and shrinking microtubules. It's transiently, it's involved with the growing of the microtubules, and it's able to transiently couple onto them. It's also a tension sensing system. It's able to feel when the cell is ready, when the chromosome is correctly positioned. It's turning green here because it feels that everything is just right. And you'll see that there's one little last bit that's still remaining red. And it's walked away down the microtubules. That is the signal broadcasting system sending out the stop signal, and it's walked away. I mean, it's that mechanical. It's molecular clockwork. This is how you work at the molecular scale. So with a little bit of molecular eye candy, we've got kinesins, which are the orange ones. They're little molecular courier molecules walking one way. And here are the dynein. They're carrying that broadcasting system, and they've got their long legs so they can step around obstacles and so on. So again, this is all derived accurately from the science. The problem is we can't show it to you any other way. Exploring at the frontier of science, at the frontier of human understanding, is mind-blowing. Discovering this stuff is...
What he just described there was a molecular broadcasting system. And I found it so interesting about how literal it was. You know, it even had little feet carrying the signals. That was amazing. It kind of reminds me of to get so frustrated with the latest technology and all of this wireless stuff. And I'm like, you know, how are they able to do this? Especially when it, you know, you would still have problems. Sometimes you would have more problems with the wireless stuff. Even though it's quote unquote wireless, it was still like huge cables under the oceans and everything. Technically, everything is still wired and connected. So I said all of that to say, and I even showed that little video just to say that when you are experiencing moods from depression, mood swings, all of that comes from hormones. And the hormones are caused by chemical reactions that happen at the molecular level, like as you just saw in that video. It's real. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that's made up. So we're going to talk a little bit about those hormones. Cortisol is a hormone that is developed in the gut. It causes stress, and the stress you know, triggers the mood swings. So then there's also another hormone that can counteract all of this. So that's why I told everybody to bring their cherry. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to signal what's called the second brain, or your colon. Make sure you grab some of these while they are in season. And it just made me think about the fact that, you know, these two organs, the brain and the colon, they're so key. And it's so important that we keep these clean and clear, right? And the same thing with your colon. These are the two things that go hand in hand that are so important when it comes to depression. These two things are what, let's see. Okay, sorry. These are the two things that communicate with each other with these hormones that directly impact our moods. Now, if they cannot communicate with each other, what do you think is going to happen?